This is Dan Tortora here with Keshon Lewis in an all-new Bobcat buzz here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora and through Dan Tortora Broadcast Media, celebrating the Bryant and Stratton College Bobcats of Syracuse in a Media Day historic moment as we have interviews here at Media Day for the first time ever. Keshon, how are you?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, Keshon, share with everybody where you're from.
Born in Houston, Texas, raised in Nashville, Tennessee.
You and I were discussing this off the air. So you were born in Houston, Texas,
Yes, sir.
but you grew up in Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
And in what part again, Edgewood, you said?
So I grew up in Houston,
Okay.
in Texas, where I was in Nashville, Tennessee.
So in Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So having Nashville and Houston, two cities that are pretty well known,
Yeah,
two cities that have really good food,
absolutely.
two cities that have really good music.
Absolutely.
Can you choose between the two?
I think depending on the topic that you give me, I would have to choose between.
Okay.
I'll probably say like music, depending on what you're into. I would say Tennessee.
Okay.
Food, Texas, of course, takes your body cake every time.
Okay.
People, kind of like, hospitality. I think it's really neck and neck between the two.
Okay.
Because both cities have very friendly people.
You said music, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
What type of music?
I'd probably say rap music.
Okay.
For sure. Gospel music, a little bit of country, of course, because Nashville is known for being the music city. So yeah.
So if someone had never been to Nashville, Tennessee before, and you had to paint a picture, what would you say?
If you had to paint a picture, I'll probably say it's very kind of quick, like New York in a sense,
Okay.
but just the people are a lot nicer.
Okay.
So everything is fast paced in Nashville in a sense, just because the city has grown a lot since what it did kind of like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So you have that, you have a lot of people coming in, you have a lot of people leaving. So it's a lot of adjustment. That's all I'll probably say.
So we could call it fast friendly.
Yes, absolutely.
Houston, Texas, which I've been to a couple times. You and I
Mhm.
spoke about this off the air. You said the food for sure.
Absolutely.
How would you paint a picture of Houston? What would you say?
It's beautiful. You always have something to do. You have a little bit of something for everyone. If you want to live fast, you got that. If you want to take things slow and, be peaceful, smell the flowers, you definitely have that. It's a good mix.
You said the food's the best.
Absolutely.
What are you eating? Where are you going?
Honestly, I'm in the backyard with my grandparents.
Okay.
Their cooking is amazing.
Shout them out. What are their names?
Helen and Roy Lewis.
Helen and Roy Lewis.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me what Helen and Roy Lewis are making.
Okay. My grandmother, Helen, she's definitely making a mean gumbo.
Okay.
She's definitely from Louisiana, so
yeah, I
that
had
helps.
that in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my granddad, I'll probably say the best thing he makes is definitely our brisket, for sure.
Okay.
Brisket and ribs, for sure.
So I made a mistake of not really eating today en route to this interview, and now I'm talking about gumbo and brisket.
Yep.
So just like I asked Anthony about his grandma,
Mhm.
and grandma and grandpa, can they send something up to us? Can they smoke something and send it up here? Can they come up and visit?
Yeah, they definitely can.
Okay,
They definitely
I'm gonna
can.
say because I respect the North.
Yeah.
This is my home, but I'm still waiting for somebody to show me some good brisket up here.
Oh man, I'll say Tennessee also has a decent amount of brisket as well too. But I will say Tennessee, Texas, it's just different levels too.
Homemade barbecue sauce?
Absolutely. No. Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So Sweet Baby Ray's. All right. I know in Tennessee there's Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Seen that before too.
I'm not really familiar with that
Okay.
because honestly, I'll probably say like the only time I really eat real barbecue is actually when I'm down in Texas with my
Okay.
grandparents. I don't really kind of do like, it's weird. Tennessee has their own little thing. It's like a meat and three, right? I don't know if you ever heard of that before.
Meat and three?
Yeah. So basically it's like a meat and three sides.
Okay.
So it's like, you can get like fried chicken, fried chicken, steak, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you can just get like green beans, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, like stuff like that. So it's a little bit different.
Cornbread is extremely important to me.
Okay.
Who makes the best cornbread if you had to go somewhere, like if there was a restaurant?
Jimmy Nick's. It's in I believe there's some in Houston, but it's mainly in Nashville.
In Nashville?
Yep.
Jimmy Nick's?
Jimmy Nick's, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Fair enough. Now that I'm extremely hungry, why do you play basketball? Why do you love it?
Honestly, I had two older brothers that played the sport before me. They were 6 and 7 years older than me. And honestly, when I was little, I looked up to them. And honestly, it kind of became a love for it. Well, at first it started as a competition because I wanted to be better than them. I'm not gonna lie about that. And then it's just kind of like, as I got better, I started to love it a lot more and more.
How did you get better? What did you do to improve?
I'll probably say the biggest credit is like my dad, because my dad was definitely my coach growing up when I played a lot of sports.
Shout him out.
Of course, Roy Lewis Jr. Of
Roy
course.
Lewis Jr.
Yeah. He definitely was my AAU coach all the way into like 7th grade. And then that's when he kind of handed me off to other people. His biggest deal with me is just to be coachable and just know the fundamentals of everything.
So for you, fundamentals, that's a lost art. And with a lot of teams and a lot of places, people just forget the basics. What can you say about why you love the basics?
Honestly, because the thing is, like, sometimes and a lot of basketball players are only good at one thing, right? They're only good at scoring, right? And they might be a liability on the defense. If someone that's good at defense, they might be a liability offensively. And I feel like if you have a basic knowledge of kind of all the things and the positions that when it comes to basketball and you're able to piece it together, you're able to flow well on the court.
Keshon, before we jump into rapid fire, why Bryant and Stratton College, Syracuse?
Honestly, I love the South, but I definitely wanted to try going up north. Always as a kid, I always told my dad growing up that I did not want to stay in school in state when it came time for college. And Syracuse is the furthest away from home. I liked it because it's a different type of comfortability, different type of people, and I just wanted to adapt. So
how do you feel like you've adapted so far?
I definitely adapted to kind of like the culture and the people here. I mean, of course, to me, I don't think that they're as mean as a lot of people say from the outside looking in.
Upstate New York is different than New York City, yeah.
I just feel like the patience between the two is a lot different. It's a lot shorter. But.
Yeah, down south driving, up north driving, no patience up here, patience down in the south. To an extent.
Yeah.
I know Houston's busy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like North Carolina is relaxed.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
They're relaxed. So let's play some rapid fire. You get to ask the first question.
Okay. What made you want to become a broadcaster?
I love sports. I love telling people stories. I love God. I love being positive. So I love sharing faith and helping people feel seen. So, I mean, this was kind of born out of, I've always believed I could do anything I wanted to do. And I still believe that. And I just love bringing people together. And I think that there was times where I was overlooked. So I think that through doing my career, I can make sure that nobody else gets overlooked.
Okay.
All right, Keshon. Favorite sports moment in your life that involves you so far?
I'll probably say scoring 1,000 points in high school. Okay. Honestly, just because that kind of my school history isn't that deep, where I graduated, and also because I transferred a year, so I basically got 1,000 points in 3 years.
Okay.
And I was kind of the first out of my brothers to get 1,000 as well. So that's why I've been a little bit more than me.
Congratulations. 3 years.
Yeah.
To 1,000. Good stuff. What is your last one for me?
My last one is, what's one thing that you secretly like, but you know everyone else maybe or isn't the biggest fan of?
I would call BS that people say they don't like this, but like Boys to Men's considered like an old boy band, right? And NSYNC and Backstreet was when I grew up. So many guys like boy bands, but they won't admit that they like boy bands. So I will say I like the boy band O-Town, and I've sang my whole life. And if I had an opportunity to sing with O-Town, I would take them up on that. I would definitely do that.
Okay.
I think that'd be cool. All right, Keshon. Let's stick with music.
Okay.
If I had to make up a song about you right now, and I was singing the hook, who's rapping in the song about your life, and what do we call the song?
All right. Well, I'll just go with my favorite rapper, Lucky. Okay. He's definitely doing the whole song for sure.
All right.
What would be the song called?
Yeah.
I would say Purple AMGs. Yeah.
Purple AMGs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little bit different. Purple is definitely kind of like a good like a royal color, especially down south. And I'll probably say AMGs because I definitely want an AMG when I get older.
Okay. So Purple AMGs by Lucky featuring me.
Absolutely.
Look out for that at some point in life.
Absolutely.
Keshon Lewis here with Bryant and Stratton College of Syracuse's men's basketball team making history. Keshon, appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll talk with you all soon. And now we got to get some barbecue.